Peace be upon you. Good day, everyone. This is IMAN SAYMEH, clinical social worker, coming to you from Orange County, California, with the intention of raising awareness about the importance of mental health and how we all can take baby steps towards our healing. It is not easy. It is culturally looked down upon. It's not something perhaps that was modeled to you. So what? This is an open invitation. Let's take it on. The new strand of COVID is hitting hard and more cases are being reported. And my friends, if you don't need to go out, don't go out. Just don't go out. Be responsible for yourself and others. Please wear your masks. If you're sick, tell people that you're sick. If your immune system is compromised, just stay away from crowds. We're still in a pandemic. Be responsible to everything that you plan to do with your family. I know a lot of people are doing road trips. Just be responsible. Be mindful. May God keep us protected and heal us and give us the strength in our hearts and our souls and in our bodies. You know, today I wanted to talk about the topic of, are we led by our ego, our self-righteousness? Are we led by our stubbornness? If we examine most divorce cases and most, fallouts among friends and siblings and partners at work and community members, we will see that it's mostly stemming from self-righteousness and being stubborn and ego, from a mind that is not willing to see things differently, from a heart that has hardened, from patterns of holding on to grudges and don't want to let go of the way they see, their own perspective. That's a very limited lifestyle. That's a lifestyle that will keep you not cultivating really strong and deep relationships. If you're a parent leading life like that, trust me, you won't have very strong and close and intimate and connected bonds and relationships with your kids. They will always be walking around eggshells. They will always be scared to wake up the bear. That's not a way to be. And it takes a toll on you to hold on to that energy. Our body is not made to hold on to all this stuckness and heavy energy. We are made to have a natural flow, for us to be light. And from a Muslim perspective, the spiritual heart in the Quran is referred to as light upon light. But how is your heart going to be filled with light if you are invested in holding on to grudges? The light in your heart will not collide with the light of the scriptures and the truth from the Quran, and you become light upon light, where you light your own path and light path of others, if you're too invested to hold on to your anger. So let's examine, and you can only be the person to examine your own heart. You are the person to really look at your life and say, you know what, enough is enough. Nobody can do that for you. If you don't take a moment and examine, you will end up losing a lot of good people around you. As much as we love our spouses and our kids, everybody has a limit. And when they have an opportunity, they will leave. So let's get to the root of why we lead our life by our ego. Sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it was modeled to us. Sometimes it's how some men know how to be. And this is how women know how to assert themselves. It has a root cause. It has a painful starting point. Let's get to the painful starting point. So in the list that I will share with you, if some of these items resonates with you, do something about it. Heal. Enough with this, we don't reach out for therapy. We don't go out for therapy. This is not for us. Enough with that. Like really enough with that. It's time to heal. It's time to live a much better quality life. If your internal body is holding on to that kind of stuckness energy, you're going to take a toll on your liver and kidneys and chest and breathing patterns and sleep patterns. You're going to start drugging your system with caffeine, with sugar, with carbs. You're going to start buying extra things and doing things externally to feel better. But no, feel better from within. Dig deep. So the first one is, are you easily triggered? Do people have your emotional remote control and they trigger the heck out of you? And you just allow it? Are you? Do people just trigger and nag and whine? Are you an impatient person where you don't allow things to unfold on their own? You don't allow things to just naturally unfold. You have to force, results, and you have to force things. You're impatient because you can't just sit with yourself. You don't know how to self-soothe. You don't know how to self-regulate. Do events and people outside of you affect you emotionally? Do you allow everything around you to just have a direct effect on your mood, on your thoughts, on your feelings? Do you project onto people instead of you looking within and taking responsibility? Do you blame others for your feelings and for the results that you have in front of you? Or do you, positively self-criticize yourself? And I say positively because some of us get stuck in criticizing ourselves. Do you, reflect on your steps? Or do you just blame others and point fingers and everybody's the problem, but you are never the problem? Do you have the type of personality where you always have to stay busy? You cannot just sit. You cannot just relax and experience peace within you from inside. And are you always in a survival mode? You're always looking for something's going to fall apart. You're always looking for something bad's going to happen or wrong is going to happen. These are all indications that you are led by your ego. You don't have the muscle of going back to, let's take a step back. Let's sit. Let me think about it. When people say, let me sleep on it. No, you want things to happen right now. You force things. You need to practice mindfulness. You need to implement prayers. You need to implement dhikr, remembrance. I urge you to spend time in nature, away from your phone, away from screens, away from all the roles that you lead in communities. You need to learn to go within, soothe yourself from within, and just regulate your nervous system. You need to learn to cleanse your heart from what's in it. Our spiritual heart, if it hardens and it doesn't have the elements that's needed to make it moist, remembrance, divine messages, mindfulness, prayers, salutations, supplications, if all these things are not implemented in your daily routine, you don't have a spiritual plan for yourself, your spiritual heart will start looking like a piece of a dried up desert. And if you look at a dried up piece of desert, there are cracks in the ground. And within those cracks, you will have self-righteousness to be cultivated, and arrogance, and envy, and anger, and ego work. All of that will start taking over the way you think and the way you are leading your life. I really hope whoever needs to hear this will hear it. There's a reason why I talked about it today. Simply because a lot of root problems in marriages stem from ego work. Work on your breath. It slows you down. It helps you think. It helps you become unfoggy. Work on your sleep patterns. Work on your caffeine intake. Be good to yourself, my friends. If you're not going to be good to yourself, nobody else can give you what you're not giving yourself. I wish you awareness. I wish you healing. And I wish you growth. Have a good day.